Hey y'all, come on, cause I didn't even want to have to do this, but since I gotta do it, come on in.
Nyla says, and this isn't just a gossip channel. Over here, we analyze, we contextualize, and we weaponize wisdom. Because gossip is entertainment, but understanding is power. Because every scandal has a lesson. So let's get to it. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. So listen, this is not necessarily a psychological breakdown, but it's so much stuff going on that we got to talk about. Clarissa may be eaten as far as the boxing profession, but everything else is literally falling apart around her. Let's talk about it. Y'all already know that her man spent Christmas with his wife. I've had several family members and associates to her on my platform giving us all the tea. If you've missed any of it, make sure you go over to the playlist with her name in it and get all the details because baby is juicy. She'd have been clocked by everyone on social media for biting a lot of Remy's swag. She got exposed by Maserati Bud, and baby, that was a kiki. And now, honey, I think this might be the worst thing that she has ever done, and that is piss off yet another insider. Now, why in the world would Clarissa, who is surrounded by so much controversy, so many details of her life is made public, so she is heavily scrutinized. A lot of the embarrassing things about her literally come from the inside. So you would think that she would make sure to be careful, kind of protect her spaces, protect her inner circle, make sure she doesn't piss anyone off, make sure she, takes care of things. I mean, it's already understood that she does not do well with relationships, especially relationships with women, platonically, and even with her family members. She's had her sister arguing with her often online. She's had all kind of stuff going on. Her brother's out here in the streets doing bullshit. We exposed her over here for not visiting her grandmother in the nursing home, and not the grandmother that died, but her actual great-grandmother who literally has a shrine dedicated specifically to Clarissa, and Clarissa never visits her. But that's another topic for another day. She also got exposed for allegedly having inappropriate, well, I guess it's not necessarily inappropriate if everybody is in on it, but allegedly there was a situation going on where her and some of her besties were having menage a trois with her ex, Tony Rich. Baby, she is literally getting exposed up and down these social media streets. She is literally the laughing stock of social media. I have never seen boxing being made a mockery the way it is with Claressa Shields. Not to mention, Remy dissed the hell out of her and Papoose. When I tell you that shit was epic, Clarissa asked for it. We knew it was coming. She's been poking the bear, and baby, you cannot unpoke the bear. I hope she's dumb enough to respond because y'all know we love doing content on it because, it's the gift that keeps on giving. But if she knows any better, she goes somewhere with them weird teeth and go sit down somewhere. But nah, this is even worse because this girl got into it. Now, we don't know all of the details of this, but there's definitely been a situation where there's a separation. Now, I reported a few weeks ago that her and her former bestie, Nigeria, were on the outs. And I was able to put this together just because I'm nosy, honey. I be on social media being nosy, putting stuff together and going back and forth between the pages because, hey, look, this is what I do for a living for real. I'm nosy. I'm a little detective in my mind, and I just be figuring shit out. They definitely have unfollowed each other. And there was a time after they unfollowed each other where Papoose was still following Nigeria, also known as Nye the GWOAT. And now he's no longer following her and she's no longer following him. Check out my initial video on it if you want the details behind what exactly happened, the little back and forth, and the very, very sweet shade that Nigeria gave to Clarissa, honey. It was awesome. But now Nigeria is actually, baby, taking direct shots. Direct shots, baby. And they are landing in all fonts. So just in case you missed it, let me bring you up to speed on when the breakdown first started, but you're gonna have to watch my last video to get all of the details. But just let's rewind and remember when Nigeria said this.
When you have the aura and personality a person really wants, it don't matter how much more they have than you, they will be envious, they will be jealous, and it will show. Sooner or later, it will be shown. It will be shown. Be careful who you let into your space. Protect yourself at all costs. You can have nothing, but you can be the person that a motherfucker wanna be so bad, just off your confidence, just off your aura, just off of who you are. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. I done had some weird shit happen to me in my life, and I don't understand why, because I'm a very genuine person. Just be careful, y'all.
Now, we already know Clarissa stans will come over here and be like, what does anybody have to be jealous of Nigeria? Clarissa has money and all this kind of stuff. And look, I am convinced that the majority of her fan base are made up of geriatric hood boogers, aspiring side chicks, and men who aspire to come up off a woman that is half their age with a lot more money that will give them access to stuff that they've never had before. Because trust me, a lot of these men that support Clarissa, they just want the same kind of setup that Paprika got, baby. That's all it is. But listen, when you really get to investigating what Nigeria is talking about, it doesn't take long for you to put it together, because every single thing that Clarissa has wanted from Papoose, Nigeria has from her man. And like I said, catch my other video, because I actually did show exactly what I'm talking about. But Nigeria's in a relationship. Nigeria, she's a hairstylist. I'm not sure what her guy does for a living, but she's very vocal about him being very, very supportive, him holding things down. And their relationship is like most relationships where it's not secretive. It's very public. They're very affectionate towards each other. It seems like they have like a fun time, like it might be like a fun relationship or whatever. And the way that it looks from the outside, it does seem like she cares a lot about him. And it seems like, you know, it's reciprocated enough for her to talk about it publicly. So baby, look, when I looked up and saw what she had posted on the Instagram, honey, I knew immediately that that was shade, and I knew exactly who it was directed to. Now, I did jump in her inbox and ask her to have a little chat, and she got a little attitude because she doesn't like that her cousin Shalita came over to my platform and said some things. Now, Nigeria is saying that what Shalita said about her is not true, and so I told her, like, look, just tell me what it is that came up on my platform that wasn't true. And if you need a retraction or you want to clarify something, let me know. I'll clear it up. She didn't respond to that part. She just hearted the comment. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, if Shalita is lying, baby, just prove it. But what she didn't have to prove was that something was going on and off with her and Clarissa. Because like I said, they've been taking subliminal shots on Facebook and on IG for a little bit now. But again, I do respect the fact that she was a real friend to her in the regard that she doesn't feel compelled to go kissing and telling everybody what was going on. I actually respect that, because I don't believe that just because you end a friendship that you go and tell all the business. But sometimes there is an exception. If that person is doing you dirty and running some bullshit on your name, I think that you should clear shit up. But anyway, listen, she actually took a direct shot at Clarissa, in my opinion, and y'all let me know what y'all think. Check this out. So after Remy literally ethered Clarissa, this is what Neither Go posted. My man loves me, adores me, and this only my man, my fiance, my lover. We have a ball together. He loved going outside with me. I don't gotta question my man love. I don't gotta ask. I don't gotta tell him how to love me. He just do it. He know he got a bad bitch, and he don't want me to change a thing. He loves how I dress, smell, F him, S him, and treat him. I got my own man. That's why they really mad. Baby, listen. Baby, was that not shade or was that shade? Man, listen, that was a diss. That might be very similar to what Remy Ma just did to her. I mean, you know that weak ass bar that Clarissa be talking about, a shot to the liver? Baby, that was a shot to the heart. So what I'm gathering from all of this is that she is plainly saying that Clarissa needs constant validation from Pap because he's not giving it to her. She's basically, in my opinion, saying that Pap does not like how she dresses, how she smells, what she's doing, and all this kind of stuff. Baby, you tell me what your interpretation is, because it's all bad to me. But to me, the worst part of this is like when she says, I got my own man. That's why they really mad. Okay, I hear you, Nigeria. I hear you, Muffin. So anyway, let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. Okay, first off, Clarissa needs to do better at preserving relationships, especially the people that are close to her, especially when the heat is on like this. Do y'all think that everything that Nigeria is saying is basically every single thing that Clarissa doesn't have? Is it true that Clarissa is probably upset that Nigeria has an ideal situation because she's not with a married man? She's not out here seeking validation in the media and all over the place and begging for her man's attention. It seems like they just kind of be. So listen, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, and do not forget to sub, right? Because why? If you like my commentary, click like and subscribe. And if you don't like it, you can still comment. You can still subscribe, because you are bound to return to find something that will entertain you or be of intellectual benefit. I'm out.